You are tuned in to a new episode of Testimony Tuesday with Timothy Baker on the Faithful Sinners. Welcome back, friends, to Testimony Tuesday on the Faithful Sinners podcast, where imperfect people meet perfect grace. My name is Timothy Baker, and today I am following up on the Sinspired Sunday topic of the week, which is being addicted to being addicted. Now, to be honest, I'm going to share something that I've probably never shared publicly, mostly out of fear of how it would impact employment or relationships. But to be honest, when you're able to overcome challenges, that just shows your strength as an individual. So I really shouldn't be ashamed or afraid to share what I'm about to tell you. The topic being addicted to being addicted hits home because I've struggled with many addictions over the course of my life. And much like everybody else, I've been challenged with overcoming them. And it started probably when I was in high school, starting to monkey around with drugs like marijuana and played with cocaine for a little bit, but that scared me because I liked it too much. And later in life, I found out that probably the reason why is it was bringing me back to a normal level because I'm now using Adderall a few times a week, which helps me maintain focus. And ironically, very similar to what cocaine does. But I avoided that when I was younger for the most part because I felt for sure that that would kill me if I monkeyed around with it too much. But as far as addictions go, I would say the most challenging things that were long-term issues for me was maintaining control over alcohol use, maintaining control over the use of marijuana, and then also nicotine, more specifically smoking cigarettes, which is unfortunately, it's a very disgusting habit that I maintained way, way too long. But my generation was still part of that group that thought it was cool to do. So, I got wrapped up in that, and it is a very, very difficult addiction to overcome. Many people say more difficult than a drug like heroin. Now, that's not something I've actually ever tried, but I can imagine knowing how difficult it was to overcome nicotine, how difficult something like that must be. But to be honest with you, what helped me to finally get to a point of overcoming these challenges and the grip that they had on me was not just a desire, but having a plan. And I mentioned on Sinspired Sundays episode that I had tried pretty much everything, nicotine gums and all the different things that are out there to overcome various addictions. And every single time they failed, probably because mentally I really wasn't there. But more importantly, it wasn't following a pattern in which I tend to gravitate towards when trying to accomplish or overcome something. So I created actually a method called 66 Fix, which can be found on our website, and I provide those resources for free because if they can help you, then that's awesome. They actually helped me finally be able to overcome those issues that I was plagued with for pretty much 40 years of my life. But as far as the process, it was tying in my spiritual nature in tandem with my desire for structure and a plan. So when I approached trying to overcome things, I made the big, big mistake of trying to do them all at the same time. Let me tell you, folks, that does not work. You need to really narrow it down to one thing. Let that one thing be your focus. Don't let the other things distract you or cause you to feel failure because you're still doing these other things. Focus on that one thing. Let that be the area that you overcome and a building block as you progress into other things. But like I also mentioned, it's not always related to drugs and alcohol. It could be the fact that you watch too much TV, which we in America do way too much of, or you are on social media way too much. That's an addiction that's very prevalent in our country and around the world. Addictions can be a number of different things, and it's a matter of what is controlling you versus you controlling it. Or, as it would be in biblical terms, what has become an idol in your life that is now replacing God as your central focus? Because when you have something that has a grip on you, that's your front and center focus on mindset. You can't go around it. You have to engage it before you're going to engage anything else. So that really is an idol. And that's when I think it started to hit me because, I was trying to lead a better Christian life, trying to get a better grip on where I was spiritually. And it kept coming up, the issue around idols. And that's when it sunk into me that these things are idols in my life. And it's replacing my ability to have a true, honest connection with Christ. So I would say that the challenges that I overcame were not easy. I definitely have seen physical benefits, emotional benefits, relational benefits, and spiritual benefits by overcoming these challenges. But it took me a period of time to be able to do so. The 66 fixed structure is actually designed to work over a 10-week period. That's 2.5 months. That's a long process. Everybody says that it takes 28 days or so to form a habit, but it only takes a day to quit a habit. We've learned through research that the magic number is really 66 days to what becomes autonomous, where it's just in your nature to no longer engage. And there's a lot of research on the website, thefaithfulsinners.com, going over that aspect of it. But what I also thought was rather interesting is the number of 66 is also the number of books in our Bible. So there has to be some kind of a tie back to that, right? So as far as being addicted to being addicted, I empathize with those of you out there that have struggled for years, not being able to overcome things that you want to overcome. And I was in that same boat. There are still things that I am working on, but the main things that I needed to get control of in my life, I feel like I have. Now, again, it doesn't have to be just drugs and alcohol. It can be a number of different things that are controlling you versus you controlling them. So I hope that my sharing of my experiences with addictions and trying to overcome them will be a motivation for you to take that next step because you deserve it. We all deserve to live a life that we enjoy, that we're happy in, and that we're connected to our spiritual lead, which is God. Now, as far as today, hopefully this does bring you some inspiration and you're willing to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But most importantly, please share this on your personal feed. And if you know somebody out there where this topic is a challenge for them, share Inspired Sundays episode with them. Share our channel so that they have the ability to follow through on the different topic and episodes that we go over. But in addition to that, I do appreciate you being here. And with it, this is the Faithful Sinners. We don't try to be perfect because we're not. We just try to be better than we were yesterday so we can all sin better together. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Faithful Sinners, and get more inspiration on our website, thefaithfulsinners.com.